Excelsior!
Welcome back to the show. Now, we're going to be talking Avengers Endgame theories. Keep in mind, if you do not watch our Infinity War portion of this program here, we have not seen any of the leaked Avengers Endgame footage. We have not seen anything outside of those official trailers. Trailers is the key word, and teasers. We've seen the posters, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any TV spots outside of the Super Bowl one.
Yeah, it was the Super Bowl one, and maybe it was another teaser that I saw.
I don't know. There was the one I reacted to, which was the hit, like all the original sixes.
The red
origins.
Like the red specified.
Yeah, okay,
one,
that's the one I've seen, and I saw the Super Bowl one.
Okay, so that red one was the last one I've seen.
Right, that was in March?
I think so.
Okay.
Also, to be fair, I have seen like the sneak peeks. No spoilers, but I've seen like
Some
everything
little
that's
clips
officially
and stuff.
uploaded by Marvel, or like Marvel like previewed it on Jimmy Kimmel. Like I saw it.
Yes.
I have seen a couple things that I'm not going to talk about because there are things that I don't like having seen already.
Yeah.
Like we talked
Me too.
about. I'm not going to like say what happens, but like skip 10 seconds if you're pure free.
Yeah.
You know, like the shot of Steve and Tony together.
Yeah, I didn't want to see that.
Yeah, like I saw it, but I'm not going to talk about it.
No, yeah, I agree.
Okay. So does anyone have a theory they want to shoot out there first?
I think I have the least theories.
Okay. You want to shoot one out?
But if I can... Yeah, I have some ideas.
Okay.
Or just some notions in my
Okay.
head. Phase 1 people are all unsafe.
Mm-hmm.
That's like facts. Yeah.
I mean,
I
yeah.
agree with you 100%.
I feel like a
on that.
lot of people... Like, this isn't just a me thing. I feel like...
So do you think like they're all at risk or they're all dead?
I think they're all at risk.
Okay.
So the only one I can really confidently say I don't think will die is Thor.
Okay.
Because you were saying this last week, and this kind of really hit home with me. Thor has like a huge franchise on his hands now with Ragnarok. It's like...
Plus he just became a king.
Yeah, it's essentially like a new rebooted franchise, and it's very similar to the Guardians. In that tone, people really seem to mesh with.
Yeah.
So I can see him being safe. Captain America, Chris Evans's contract ran out,
I think so.
and he mentioned on Twitter something about like it's been a great like however many years doing this. Like thanks for the opportunity. He never said I'm done.
Mm-hmm. I think he said like, "Oh, just shot my last scene in the suit," something
Yeah,
like that.
he said something like that. I think he's probably done, but I could see it going either way. I think Tony Stark might die in this.
Okay.
It's very possible.
Do you think
I don't like thinking about that.
if Tony Stark dies, do you think Robert Downey Jr. is gone though? Because there's theories of like maybe he comes like a sentient Jarvis style AI.
Could be possible.
Personally, I think Tony's gonna live through this, take a step back, and become sort of this leader of a new like SHIELD like organization.
Okay.
Where he just does tech for people.
That's interesting. And the thing with that for me is that I can't see any of these people really taking a step back or hanging up their suit fully because they're larger than life people. So, and I can never see them being like, I'm going to go retire. But
so the reason I feel like Tony could work is because of the Pepper thing.
Yeah.
Because there's all these theories and rumors and stuff about Tony and Pepper having a kid, and then you see like a future vision of him and his family, his daughter or child or whatever. And if he sees that life and he sees what he could have with Pepper, I feel like that is enough of a reason, and it works enough with Tony's character so far to be like, hey, you know what? I'm actually going to be done.
Yeah.
Because I can still benefit this world. I can still like step, like similar to how he was at Stark Industries, just providing for the world.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't doing good things, but now he could, you know?
I can see it.
Like he doesn't need to be in the suit. That's the whole point of Iron Man 3.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need to be Iron Man to do good. I feel like we could get a nice closure on that whole thing.
Right.
Maybe have him be the new Nick Fury connective thread, even though Fury's still kind of around.
I could see Tony being like a Nick Fury type of character.
Yeah.
That
So
would
like,
make
hey,
sense.
hey, Peter, I'll give you a new upgrade if you need it, or like,
kind of like M from
Bond.
Yeah,
Right?
Bond.
Yeah.
I could see it.
That'd be cool. I feel like that could work if they don't want to. Like, ideally for me, Fantastic Four and the Future Foundation version of those characters, not the traditional Fantastic Four blue spandex. I'm talking Future Foundation, Human Torch is dead. We're just like this company that protects the Earth.
Right.
If they did that instead of S.H.I.E.L.D., would be all for that.
I could see, and I was mentioning this in the Infinity War review, I could see totally a lot of characters taking over for characters. Like, for example, Doctor Strange, I could see him taking over the Tony Stark role. Black Panther, I think there's a lot of parallels with him and Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him taking over that role. Who else?
I
Captain Marvel being Thor.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I feel like Thor is just...
Similar to how I feel about Batman being better not being in the Justice League, I feel the same way about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I prefer Spider-Man being on his own.
I like that too.
So I'm expecting they'll keep that approach, and like the reason he was in this Avengers movie and Civil War is just because it needed that aspect.
Yeah.
So I think he might still hang up the Avenger title for now and go back to being Friendly Neighborhood or just like hopefully New York City stuff.
Yeah.
So I could see that.
I think that's going to end up being a theme in Far From Home.
Of
is
him
like
stepping
he
back.
quit being a superhero because he died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I don't think it's out of the question that a lot of the people we're familiar with survive, but step back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Thor not so much. I do feel like Thor is going to continue being a big player,
Yeah, I feel like he's safe.
and I have a theory.
Yeah.
That is like a legit, crazy, wild like red string theory right
Mhm.
here.
I'm so on board with your. This is the one that you told
Yeah.
me about
Okay,
earlier.
let's hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have notes about it.
Okay.
So the end of Infinity War, we leave off with a shot of Thanos.
Yep.
Which is cool. I like how they ended it. We leave off on Thanos. He is literally crippled. He is limping. We don't know how much time has passed since the snap happened,
Yeah.
but he's not looking too good.
Right.
And I feel like Thanos is a character, and what we know of him, he wouldn't use his powers and the gauntlet to do selfish things
Mm.
because he could have restored Titan.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't.
True.
He could bring back Gamora.
Yeah.
Chose not to because it's not right. It's not balanced.
That's true.
Maybe he wants to heal himself.
Yeah.
No, because like he's too devout to his beliefs to compromise them,
Right.
and he doesn't look good. He's bad.
He's messed up.
He's looking scarred and he's limping. So my theory here is Thanos. Okay, so Endgame is a 3-hour movie.
Real long.
We don't know how much of like literally almost anything is going to be happening in this movie. Like we
Mhm.
don't know what's going to be happening. So I say we got Thor now, full power. He got his axe. He's got a vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
We got Captain Marvel, who destroyed Ronin's fleet single-handedly. 2 incredibly strong bullets
Right.
against a crippled Thanos. I'm thinking Thanos is dead by the end of the first hour.
Wow.
Or at least incapacitated.
He taken out pretty easily.
Yes. And pretty quickly, all
Now-
things considered.
Do you think the Infinity Gauntlet is still operational?
I don't know. I'm not really focused on that in this part of the theory.
Okay.
So I think Thanos is dealt with because, like, if it's just simple revenge, yeah, I feel like that can go over pretty quickly
Yeah.
because we don't know who's doing what yet. Again, there's a lot up in the air. So I think Thanos dies. They have a way to bring people back.
Mm.
They want to snap. They want to reverse the snap.
Mm-hmm.
So they grab the gauntlet or something to that, and they find a way that could feasibly bring people back. They do it. It doesn't work. Nothing happens.
Really?
Who shows up but Lady Death?
Oh my God. You're
Go
getting
with
in
me.
there.
Go with me.
Okay.
And the reason I'm thinking this is because Death in the comics is so tied to Thanos,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like a cheesy comic way of like he's infatuated with her and he wants to like own her and like have a marriage with her. Like he lusts for death and that's why he kills everybody.
Mm.
But I feel like with this version of Thanos, the way he's so developed right now, I feel like this is a natural way to bring death in, and I think this is a natural way to make it work and have her tied inherently to him.
Do you think that's too much for...
No.
Okay.
So, because Thanos is such an easy threat now.
Sure.
He's not a threat. He's taken care of by the end of the first hour. these people, they may be gone, but they're dead now.
Mm-hmm.
My domain. You cannot do anything. You cannot do anything to like bring these people back
Yeah.
because I own them now.
Okay.
My responsibility.
How do you feel about this death business, Pat?
I am so on board with it. It's sick.
I don't
It's
know.
such a sick thing conceptually.
I don't know if audiences would like that.
I think they would.
Mm.
Personally, I
Yeah.
think I would really like this because it's such a unique way to go against expectations
Mhm.
about just like, oh, undo it, they're done.
That's fair.
And it still holds some weight because it's like, no, they're dead.
Yeah.
Like you have to realize that they died. And the way this all gets settled out, again, in Infinity War, we have several moments of either Steve Rogers or somebody addressing Steve Rogers speaking the phrase, "We don't trade lives."
Mm.
I think it would be foolish of Marvel to kill Chris Evans in this movie.
Okay.
So my solution I'm proposing here
Yeah.
is that so Death shows up, she's like, "Hey, you can't do this."
Mm-hmm.
Steve is like, "Take my life. I'm a super soldier. I'm more beefy than a human.
Right.
Take my life. Allow them to do this, and you can have me for eternity." Right?
Uh-huh.
So he sacrifices himself that way. He goes to Death's domain. I'm not saying it's like hell, but I'm saying like he's dead,
Sure. Something like the
all things
soul,
considered, yeah.
soul realm.
and that maybe that way like his spirit can be with Peggy. You get that aspect of it, you know.
I want to see a Peggy Steve dance.
Okay, so like this is a way to do it where I feel like it's not cheesy.
Okay.
Of like, oh, he time traveled and
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
just gonna stay there forever and be old. Like, so I know this is wild, but like,
This is out there.
because like he says to Vision, and it's so focused on him. He's like, "We don't trade lives."
Mhm.
Vision again comes back at the end. "We don't trade lives," and somebody else says it, but Steve is always sacrificing. He thinks about himself last over everybody. If he can make a deal with death, being like, "Hey, take my soul, take me, and have everybody else come back," then you have Steve out of the picture,
Right.
not dead, able to be like, if we really need to a few years from now, pull him out of whatever realm he's in with Peggy,
Okay.
live into life together, and be like, "Hey, Steve, we got a big problem. We need you. Like, Death, can you just like give us a couple hours?"
So that's how you deal with Steve not being
yes,
in the MCU. Okay.
because he's not dead, but he's super out of the picture definitively.
I must say, Christian, I like this.
It's super
So out
impressive
there.
that he came up with this on his
I
own.
Oh,
got-
yeah, no, this is great.
I got one more element to
Oh
it.
my god.
Okay, we talked Thor Ragnarok a
Sure
couple weeks
did.
ago.
Yeah.
I like Kate Blanchett a lot.
Yeah.
She was kind of botched in that movie. She was
Yeah.
she had a lot of fun with it, and Hela is kind of funny,
Mm-hmm.
but like real poor management of that character
Mhm.
or of that actress playing a character in this universe. So what I'm thinking, similar to Red Skull, repurpose Hela and Kate Blanchett.
Okay.
So she's not like Hela, but like she has a new purpose as a being now.
Yeah.
She's already the goddess of death.
Exactly. So she's dead already. And like by some cosmic force, it's like, okay, now you have this responsibility. You failed being a goddess of death. Now you are just the Grim Reaper. You are Lady Death.
Ah, all right.
Bring back Kate Blanchett, give her a second chance, make her a little more of a better villain.
So you think she's death now?
Yes.
Okay, now this is where I latch onto your theory.
All right.
I can
see?
appreciate that.
See?
Yeah,
Comes
it's-
full
I'm
circle.
Okay. You should have started with that because
I felt like it was a good way to end it though.
that's good.
Because the thing is I string you along and then I give
Yeah.
you a point. It's like, hey, this could actually like be a thing.
that makes more sense now. I don't think we'll see Hela though.
Can I say one thing though?
Yeah.
We won't see how
It's the only thing that like branches me out from that theory is all the quantum realm stuff.
So I feel like that could still happen. And like we get
Mhm.
to that point where like whatever they do there allows them to give it a chance to undo the snap.
Oh, so they
And
get
it
there
still
and then
doesn't work.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
All
then
right,
she
all right.
shows up. That's what I'm saying.
We all know what's really gonna happen. Ant-Man's going up somewhere, and we all know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, if they end up doing some weird throwback to that, where like he just, I think I mentioned
I
this in
think
episodes
there's
before.
gonna be a line.
Paul Rudd has
Yeah.
talked about it in interviews.
There has to be a line.
He's like, why not the ear?
yeah, they're gonna. Yeah.
So the Thanos, I believe, is the way
Oh
that he
yes,
was talking about it
I
in
like that.
interviews.
All right, so I have one theory, and
What's
I'm
up?
kind of mad I let Christian go ahead of me because like now mine.
That was the biggest one I'm expecting out of this
yeah.
entire
Huge.
thing.
Mine.
I don't know how I got there. It was like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I had a Baja
definitely
Blast and some caffeine. I was emotional after watching Infinity War.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, nobody can tell me this is wrong because it's happening. Go ahead.
It's a simple one. I think that after the snap, Thanos loses some of the stones. Like the Soul Stone
Mhm.
returns to the mountain that it was at, the Soul Realm or whatever
Oh,
it was.
okay.
The Time Stone. I like the idea, the theory that people had that Doctor Strange, when he, how he like pulled it out of the stars,
Mm-hmm.
that he actually hid it in the future for the Avengers to go and use.
Oh wow.
Like weird paradox.
That's
yeah,
fascinating.
yeah.
And then maybe something else with the Mind Stone. I don't really know where the other ones would go, but I think he's going to be, at the beginning of the movie, granted he's got 4 Infinity Stones, still super strong, but he's going to be shorthanded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically it. Also, I do like the concept of
The future thing. Yeah, that's really.
yeah,
I
him
like that one a
hiding the
lot. I
times
haven't
to
heard
the
that.
future.
I feel like maybe like I don't have too many theories because I don't even like delving into even like speculation about Endgame, but I feel like they prepare for a battle with Thanos obviously at the beginning, and they get to him and he's like, "Why are you guys here?" I feel like it's gonna be like in the Infinity Gauntlet,
Anticlimactic.
where
kinda.
he's just like, "Why are you like? I don't want to fight you. Like I won."
Yeah.
And they're all gonna be like ready for a giant fight with him. He's gonna be like, "I'm literally a farmer now. Like, I'm using my armor as a scarecrow. Like, I don't care."
What do they
about
do?
this."
They beat him up?
I don't know.
Things like that?
I don't know. I think
How
they
many
get there.
times we got to teach you this lesson, old man?
I think they get there, and it's just like
It's just a flat out assault on a farmer.
I don't know. I think he's just gonna be like, why are you guys here?
But do you see where I'm coming from? Where I feel like there's another threat.
yeah, I
Like,
could see that.
I feel it's
Yeah.
a 3-hour movie. Thanos is like a pacifist now or
Yeah.
something. Like I feel like there's something that they could throw in there to throw everything off. And the Lady Death was the closest thing I could attach to because they can't do
Yeah.
Galactus.
At least I haven't seen in any of the trailers Thanos at all. Right?
I've seen him in the most recent thing that we
Okay.
didn't watch.
Yeah,
I saw a clip of him.
I saw. Okay, I did see a photo of him.
Yeah, and he had like armor on.
Yeah, so maybe that defeats my theory, but like it's weird we haven't seen him that much.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Hey, is it
something to that.
Is it fair to say right now that I want to clear that we don't have copies of the script or anything? So if Christian's thing ends up being true,
yeah,
someone can't be mad. Like we haven't seen any spoilers.
fair.
Like,
I'd be.
Yeah,
I would like give you something if that comes true.
yeah,
Because I'd be very
Honestly.
impressed.
that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about Dark Knight last time.
Yeah.
On the Infinity War section of this.
Mm-hmm.
I predicted the end of Rises, knowing nothing going in.
Really?
That he
I was like,
gonna
yeah,
leave.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's gonna be like Nightwing or something, and he's gonna take over for Batman
Oh,
at the
very
end.
cool.
So
There you
again,
go.
not like a super crazy
Yeah.
out there theory,
Yeah.
but like it's
If you somehow dart this one, I'm gonna be in the movie theater just like, shut up.
Yeah.
Like there's no way
That's
this
really
is
good.
happening right now.
Thanos is dead by half hour in.
Yeah,
Just
I
gonna
don't
see
know
your guys'
about.
faces.
I don't know about.
I don't think
that
half
one.
hour. Like I'm
Yeah.
saying hour.
Oh
is-
yeah, that's.
he'll be by the end of the first act.
And again, would be cool. Like maybe he
Mhm.
doesn't die, and maybe Thanos is like teaming up with the Avengers a little bit. Like
Mhm.
maybe it's like him and Cap that give themselves.
Can you headline this video? Christian's crazy endgame theory.
Oh, this is going up separate. I'm gonna be. Like
I think
the
this should be a
wildest
separate
end-
video.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna title it like the wildest endgame theory there is.
Yes.
So.
I like that.
yeah, that's an OG scripted.
Yeah.
I got 2 questions about theories,
Sure.
and I feel like that's probably the end of it.
Okay.
Because there's not much I can pull from now.
Mm-hmm.
Loki.
He's dead. Anyone who died before the snap, dead.
And he didn't die.
Even Gamora.
Dead.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got them on the Dunzo list too.
So
I
there's
think Guardians
They
3 would
didn't
be
turn-
awesome without Gamora.
Yeah,
That would be really
I
interesting.
feel like
I-
it'd just be so depressing.
I know. That's why it'd be so interesting.
more theories.
Yeah.
Adam Warlock is the replacement for Gamora in Guardians
Huh?
3.
Okay.
He
Oh,
becomes
as-
the 5th Guardian.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like as a love interest for Peter.
Hey,
no,
hey, who knows?
maybe
All
it's
right.
2019.
I feel like there's a chance of Loki because I talked about this before too. Like the posters.
Hmm.
Loki got a poster. He's dead. He's dead before the snap.
Great.
Gamora got one. He's dead. She's dead before the snap, according
Okay.
to the poster. Heimdall didn't get one. Thor specifically calls Heimdall his best friend.
Mm.
And Heimdall, I put way higher than some of the other people that got a poster. I feel like Heimdall has a bigger role to play than Wong does, and I like Wong a
Or
lot.
especially Wong, Wasp as well.
Well, Wasp like headlined a movie.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah. But
Heimdall's he's been in 3.
he's been in 3. He's a
films.
pretty big player in each one.
Yeah.
He's Thor's best buddy. He's dead.
Got a cool sword.
Yeah,
Didn't even get to stand up and
exactly. So I feel like there might be a little thing there.
Mm.
A little tidbit of something to go with. Plus, it's the Loki show. That could
Yeah,
be up in the air. Like,
that's fair.
Wanda and Vision are getting a show. That's confirmed.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier and Falcon are
Oh,
getting a show. That's confirmed.
Hell yeah.
So, like, when does that take place? Does that
Yeah.
allude to anything that's going to happen? I don't
We'll
know.
see about that.
Also, fun fact: I totally forgot what I was gonna say. I don't know how that just happened, but it did.
What else? Who do you think is the one that fixes it?
Ant-Man.
Or
I think. Well, I think.
like taking bets. I'm not
Thanos.
saying like because again we don't know what's gonna happen.
Mm.
Who's the one that does the thing?
I feel like. Well, maybe not Ant-Man. I feel like he sets them on the path. Like, hey, quantum realm.
Right.
I don't know.
Final
Like,
act that solidifies their victory.
I think
it's
that
probably
left
Tony
hand,
or Steve. I feel.
that left hand theory that like is surrounding Tony Stark and the fact that the gauntlet's a left-handed.
Do you think like
Weapon.
Tony's gonna make like a suit with the gauntlets in it?
I think
the
he's gonna
stones?
wear it somehow.
I could see that.
And also, like, he doesn't have to, like, his hand doesn't have to be that big. He's got the reality stone. He can just make it smaller.
Yeah. Or he could build like a Hulkbuster outfit to
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
put that in there. I think it's one of the big guys, Tony or Steve, for sure.
Yeah.
And they die because of it. I feel.
okay.
Yeah, it's not going to be like Rocket.
No.
Like, that's not to knock his character, but he's not going to be the guy. He's a raccoon. He also probably can't wear that glove. But
Wouldn't it be interesting if like half the Guardians are dead by the end of this, and Guardians 3 has to deal with that?
That'd be so sad.
That'd be really sad, but I feel like it'd be make for an interesting.
Well,
it
Guardians
wouldn't be
film.
as funny, though.
the
that's true.
Guardians comic that's going on right now that I started reading, at the beginning of it, it's just Quill and Groot.
Really?
Everyone else is either dead, broken up, or doing something else.
See, I think that'd be fascinating.
Could be cool.
Yeah.
I'd be into it.
It would be really sad though.
Could
People,
be.
I don't think people would like that, but
Interesting take. I feel like that's as much as my brain can reach to right now.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys want to have about final words pre-Endgame?
Infinity Gauntlet isn't a thing anymore. There's going to be, like, infinity weapons.
Yeah, so no more Peter Dinklage.
That's associated with the fact that Thanos doesn't have all the stones anymore.
What about Nebula? Because that happened in the comics. Nebula is the one that fixed everything.
I don't think it would make sense for this story.
Okay, I feel that.
Yeah.
Although maybe because Gamora had her story
Mm-hmm.
in Infinity War, and now the other daughter of Thanos, Nebula, has her story. In,
Yeah, like Nebula has potential, but I feel like they've never really capitalized on it.
they haven't really fleshed her out too much. I feel.
Yeah.
Personally, that's how I feel, but I can
Alright.
see it.
So there's a lot of speculation about Endgame, and there's a lot of potential things. Again, we don't know almost anything about this movie.
One
But we'll
week.
find out in 6 days.
Yes,
I'm just so prepared to shove fistfuls of popcorn in my mouth.
I'm not gonna drink anything that day
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
I'd
I'd for sure have to leave and go to the bathroom.
Oh wait, are we in aisle seats?
we are, yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, we should just get Depends. You know, like the adult diapers.
That's true. We should do that.
I'm for sure, like, that was a joke, but, like, I might actually do it. So that way I can enjoy a drink.
Fair enough.
All right, well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for Endgame Theories.
Mhm.
Thank you both for humoring me with this.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing
It
this.
was fun.
I really hope that hella Lady Death thing happens.
We got to do something for Christian if that's.
If something, yeah, let's call
Okay.
Marvel
I
Studios.
completely forgot one last thing.
Yeah.
Sorry. Post-credit scene. Do we think we're getting one or no?
Oh,
No.
definitely.
No,
I
No?
think we are.
No?
I disagree with that.
See,
We're
I'm
getting an
torn.
X-Men post-credit.
Well, I don't know if they do X-Men.
I could see it.
I could see Fantastic Four or Doom or Galactus, one of
Ah.
them. I don't think X-Men,
Okay.
but I still don't think that's going to happen. Personally,
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get like a Stan Lee like B-roll or something.
maybe
It's just
like,
like
maybe-
footage of
that'd
him
be
on
nice if
set
it
or
was
something.
before, too. Like, here's my pitch for it. I feel like it'd be weird to like, oh, here's the next big bad guy, like right after. Like that's exhausting. A 3-hour movie
Yeah.
dealing with the conclusion to the past
Yeah.
10 years and be like, here's the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or like even teasing Spider-Man, I feel like would feel kind of cheap. So, I think, again, this is a wasted opportunity for them
Mhm.
if they don't do this. End credits, theater style. You just have a blank background, maybe like blue floor backdrop, maybe red, maybe both.
Mm-hmm.
You have every single actor walk out in costume
Yeah.
and recreate, that Marvel poster? It just says Marvel and then it's like all like 500 Marvel characters.
Yeah.
Recreate that with the MCU.
Ah.
Because I feel like it would be, if people do die, that's a nice way to say goodbye.
Yeah,
it's a nice
definitely.
way to like close off their characters.
Oh, people be weeping at
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
That's what I
And
need.
clapping
That's
too.
what I want.
I could appreciate that.
Yeah.
So yeah, also
I've never cried at a movie.
Really?
I don't cry that much, but like, I'm low key worried
like
that it's gonna come.
like
I wept at Infinity.
Yeah.
like if they have the opportunity to make that poster
Yeah.
with their cinematic universe, this unprecedented thing.
Oh, bought. I'd buy that
Yeah, like,
second
why-
it
mhm.
goes
Why would
up.
they pass that up?
Yeah.
So
I like that a lot.
okay, that's the real end.
All right.
So keep posted.
Hey, if they end up ending it like that, we should end the podcast like that, where we just walk on the camera.
The three of us come on. It's like, cool.
All right. We've rambled long enough.
We have.
See you after Endgame, and thank you for watching.